G'day and welcome to the Music IQuiz podcast, the show where you get to test your musical IQ with me, your host and quizmaster, Anna Burke. Thank you so much for joining me for episode number 32. Well, if you're a fan of the show, there are many ways you can support me in the quiz. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And while you're there on your podcasting platform of choice, why don't you leave a rating and review as well? You can also click on the link in the show notes to buy me a virtual coffee. And I've got a brand new feature on that Buy Me a Coffee site called the Music Buy Quiz, where for a small donation you can request your own theme for an episode of the show. Maybe you're a huge fan of Lithuanian polka music or just a huge, say, Britney Spears stan, and you would like to hear an episode of the Music IQuiz dedicated to your musical passion. Check it out. The link is buymeacoffee/Music IQuiz. All right, enough jibber jabber. I've got a great show planned for you today. Let's get into it.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, bass. Yeah.
Often, a good song is only as good as its bass line. In fact, there are times when the bass guitar player, so often the underappreciated middleman or woman of music, steals the spotlight through their mountain-moving, low-end activities. As Megan Trainor would say, it's all about that bass. I've got 10 tracks to play for you today. All are going to have their bass lines isolated. It's time for that bass player to step out of the shadows and take the spotlight. You'll need to turn your ears on, get in the groove, and name the song and artist for each. Good luck.
Question 1. Question 2. Question 3. Question 4. Question 5. Question 6. Question 7. Question 8. Question 9. Question 10.
Halftime bonus question!
Your bonus question for this week is pretty simple. You've just heard 10 iconic bass lines, and we'll hear them again when I give you the answers. I'd like you to name the individual bass player for each, and I'll give you the answer to that bonus question in next episode's show. Okay, it's time to hear those answers now. This was question number 1. This is the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Can't Stop. Question number 2 was Under Pressure from Queen and David Bowie. Queen not shy to have an iconic bass line. Let's hear this one. Question 3, It's Money from Pink Floyd. Question number 4 was Guns N' Roses with Sweet Child of Mine. Pretty iconic guitar intro, but for me, it's all about the bass. Question number 5 was Killing in the Name from Rage Against the Machine, featuring 4 or 5 killer bass riffs here. A lot of what you think is actually guitar is actually bass in this song, so I love it.
Are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces draw the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of.
Question number 6. It's often so simple, but so memorable, these bass lines. This was Psycho Killer from Talking Heads.
I can't seem to face up to the facts.
Question 7. It is the beat. Question number 8. Had to include some funk here. This is Parliament with Give Up the Funk.
We want the funk. Give up the funk. We need the funk. We gotta have the funk. We want the funk. Give up the funk. We need the funk. We gotta have the funk.
Question number 9. It is Led Zeppelin with Dazed and Confused.
Been dazed and confused for so long, it's not true. Wanted a woman, never bargained for you. Lots of people.
And the last question here was Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell with Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Now, I said I was going to give you the answers to who the bass players were in the next episode, but I won't let this man go uncredited for any longer than he needs to. The bass player here on this track, and for probably every Motown song that you've ever heard, was James Jamerson, part of the legendary Funk Brothers. And probably, no, not probably, definitely the number one most influential bass player probably in the history of modern music. And no one knows his name because often the Funk Brothers were uncredited in their instrumentations of the Motown's tracks. So James Jamerson, say his name. That is it for the show today. Thanks so much for listening. I will be back next week with another episode. In the meantime, you can get in touch with me at musiciquiz@gmail.com. I'm going to go out with the rest of this track. This is just the bass and the vocals of this song isolated, so you can really appreciate James Jamerson's playing here. Take care, everyone.